Hi, this is Bag of Don at StockMarketCaddy.com, and we are, as everyone knows us, we're for the most part a automated, semi-automated intraday trader, swing trader on futures, stocks, ETFs, leveraged, and options. But what I and therefore we don't do a lot of charting because a lot of our algorithms, whatever it is you're seeing, I think you're seeing our algorithms, address. But I want to just show you. This is we find this interesting. This is the SPX cash on a monthly basis, and this is a price extension. And I'll kind of, I think on YouTube it's a little bit difficult to maybe see this price, so I'll kind of draw it out. This is the on a month, again, a monthly view. This is the high of 2008. This is the high of 2000. So as you can see, this was the huge dot-com crash. This is what wiped out, the country, right? Then we had this steady melt up. And then this was 2008, and this was the financial calamity of all time. This little thing as perspective. And then it was down here that Paulson and all the cranks, all the crony capitalists. Paulson was Secretary of Treasury at the time, and then you had Bushies headed out, and you had Bernanke coming in, and don't forget Timmy the tax cheat Geithner, and they got together with the Schumers of the world and the Pelosi's, and they reached across the aisle and they said, hey, look, this Ponzi game is falling apart, and we're going to have to, remember what he said, we're going to have to get a bazooka. And they set up the motions to create a wealth effect. Remember those, right? A wealth effect. And they launched their QE, and every time the market would dip, they'd come in and do their magical act. And so when you draw this now, looking back here, okay, this is the obvious low. So what we've done is taken this point to the obvious last pullback. Okay, this is where we are right now, up in here. So we draw a Fibonacci extension from here to right up here to down here. This is the obvious last, corrective period that we had on a monthly basis right here. And then we let it spring up. So it can give us, based on this move from A to B, B to C, where is the natural extension if you believe or give any credibility to the Fibonacci's. So let's look at these values here first. This would have been down here at 666. This high, the B point, let's see if I can give you this value. You can disregard this little trade that's going on in the corner. Our machine is trading that intraday. So the value here was at about 2100. So we go from 666 up to 2100, and then we pull back from 2100 to 1814, and then we just power ahead. May have been a little pause in here. That could have been the election, but there's been no discernible pullback. We're straight up. So this level right in here, which was 2376.32, was a 1.38 extension of this ABC. This level right here is interesting to us because this is the 1.618. Okay, this is the 618 extension of this ABC. The value is at 2723.23. Where are we today? And we are at 2734. Okay, we're just 10 points over it this month. Now, the question is, if we close, and continue to close over this and get up much further, the next extension, quite frankly, would run right up here, which would be 100% of the extension And that would be 3284.74. Could this market start to stutter? Could this market do that? You know what? Anything's possible. When and you have Melissa. I was going to say Melissa Gilbert, but Melissa there on CNBC saying, "What does Bitcoin have to do with the market? Bitcoin's got nothing to do with the market." Bitcoin's got everything to do with the market because it shows the speculative nature of people and the amount of money that they have to speculate with. So it has everything. So in this euphoric stage here, could we go parabolic up into here, up into the 32? Yes. And you can see when we had this, these were the doubts, and then, you know, but it's incredible, right? Because down here, people forget we made this little pull, what it looks like in perspective, a little pullback, and people, this was the financial calamity of all time. I mean, the worst in the history of the country. When you listen to the politicians, I mean, we had to mortgage everything going forward to generate what they've done, and people were puking their shares out. And they didn't want anything to do with the market. They didn't want to buy down here. They didn't want to buy here. They didn't want to buy here. Okay, the banks were buying it. Then they gave them a little dip, and now look. Now everybody wants in the market. Now, they didn't want Boeing down here at $50 a share. Now they want to buy Boeing when it's up here at last check, I think around 308. It's going up 8 or $10 a day. Caterpillar, earnings be damned. Whether it be Bitcoin, whatever, we got to get in. They're scared. They're scared to death, and what they're scared to death of is interesting. People are talking about FOMO, fear of missing out. No, it's not fear of missing out. It's the fear that they don't have the resources to do what they wanted to do in their elderly years. Those opportunities have been squandered, and they're playing a huge game of catch up. This is and this is what makes bubbles. So this is where we are, 2723.23. Let's watch, the end of this month, next month. Do we get on up? If we do, then, I'd have to say that we're headed right up here on a monthly basis, 3284. And this is, again, on a longer term basis. If we bounce off of this and reject this price, where might we come back to? Would probably come back, I say probably, but let's disable this. Would probably come back to this level right here. That would be 2140. So 2140. I'll let you do the math on that. That is probably about a 25 to 30% correction, because they like to come back and test the area that they broke out. These breakout areas then thus become support. So we'd pull back, and then we'll see just how many people want to stick around. By then they'll be quite scared, and these people will have been burned, and these people will be watching. We'll probably bounce, and then we'll establish a new trading range. Entirely possible. We're going to save this video for posterity, because this is a monthly video, right? Or a monthly time frame. This is on a line break chart. Entirely possible we carve out some sort of sideways pattern that goes on for 10 years. Entirely possible. And so, the buy and hold would have worked down here. Is the buy and hold going to work up here? I don't think so. Hey, if you're playing up here, boy, you're playing with nitroglycerin. I mean, it might run for another month or two. And then again, it may be out. And everybody, as we've come up, they say, well, I'll just put my stop at the low of the previous month, and I'll put my stop here, and as we've gone up, the volumes have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, and the concentration is everybody's in the same stuff. Amazon, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Priceline, Boeing, Caterpillar, the same few, and just getting more and more and more priced for, to the moon, stairway to heaven market. So Good luck, everybody. We'll be watching for our members, not just on a monthly basis, but we watch daily, weekly. We'll be looking for the pivot up in here, and then we'll trade accordingly. But it's one hell of a perspective, isn't it? Again, this is the line right here, and this is the number. Let me see if I can blow this up for everybody. Let's see here if I can increase that font. I'm not sure I can right now. Format, and let me see if I can blow that up. And we'll. Okay, there it is. All right. 2723.23. That's where we are right now. 61618 extension of the whole monthly move as we measure it. I'm Bagged On, stockmarketcaddy.com. If anything that we do resonates with you, why not join our little private club? Where else are you going to get the truth? Good luck.